is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cougars ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction. There he goes! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that bout.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And the D deny them on second and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They're going back to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Reardon. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Clemson ready to dial up. Let's start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Going to try to get it himself. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it up at 29. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires the pass, intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. It's caught, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Lanning. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well give it to him again. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that can get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Off play action on first down. Slings it downfield. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. Hands it off. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to buy time. At the 45 on his way. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Got a man. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll go to the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Complete out of the backfield. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll go to the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juice.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew he was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it inside the 25. And he got away from the... And takes it in. Touchdown, BYU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And he has had this offense clicking on all cylinders the entire game. And the QB has more than had his weight as lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Breeze, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been...
Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So now it's 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3.
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it. Do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. BYU right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Just an outstanding performance for this guy behind center. He's been elite in every aspect. He's thrown the ball on time. He's made big plays down the field. He's punched it in when they've gotten opportunities. You just couldn't ask for anything more. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Leaves it with the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Give to the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Cougars. Catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And what a show we've seen from the man behind center. A most impressive outing. It's as if he's seeing things before they happen, and he has the numbers and the scores to prove it.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Skips away from pressure. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And not much going on downfield. They just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win.
Looking for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Handoff from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher